Good to be here. And so good to be part of a vendor-independent consulting firm that works with so many of your organizations, with most of our engagements with enterprises and government agencies. And my core focus area at Forrester, I pioneered all of our research around cloud computing and am now helping clients take advantage of hybrid and where hybrid is going. And more importantly, how, to Ross's point, can you more effectively respond to changes customers are looking for? Because that is critical to your success going forward. And Forrester is very focused not on how you can tactically take advantage of technologies, but as listed here, how you can challenge the changes that are happening in industry and be the one who creates the innovations and drives change in your business rather than responding slowly to others who have disrupted you. So a big part of the focus in hybrid cloud these days is prominent throughout the globe. And as you can see in our latest statistics about Asia-Pacific organizations, nearly all of them are already hybrid cloud and doing multiple cloud services today. And hybrid does not just mean your data center connected to one cloud. Hybrid cloud oftentimes does mean that you're using multiple public cloud services in combination with your on-premise resources and your private cloud if it's in colo or in your core data center. And as you can see, versus the global numbers, we're actually seeing a higher percentage of Asia-Pacific steps in this direction than we are alone. Now, most of these initiatives are very much public cloud. As you see in these statistics about those that are using private cloud in combination with public cloud, it is a little bit lower here in Asia-Pacific. And part of this has been resistance for a long time that all the clouds I'm going to use are either based out of the United States or they're based out of China. And do I really want to take advantage of these non-native services that are here? Thankfully, now we have seen all of the clouds investing heavily in Asia and putting their facilities in your countries. So exactly to Ross's point, if you're worried about protecting your data, why would you want to put it connected to a cloud that's in another country? Now you don't have to worry about that nearly as much as people have in the past. And so this becomes very, very empowering to go hybrid with your strategies. One of the other aspects of hybrid cloud that all of you should be thinking about as well is that if your IT department says our hybrid cloud is we use one public cloud and we use one private cloud, the chances are that that is an accurate picture is incredibly low, because most corporations' business units bring in additional cloud services that they see aligned to what they're trying to do or what their customers are looking for. This technology, which has oftentimes been called shadow IT, the IT departments need to embrace, because that's how IT can show to the business units, we are the agents that empower you, and together we can take what you're investing in to the next level and really advance the organization forward. And exactly Ross's point, if you still have Z running in the data center here and the business units have connected to these clouds, how are you going to show that those new services they've created can tie in to the core data that you've had on System Z for years? That is what you want to make sure the IT departments reposition themselves to achieve. Now, when we start going down the path of hybrid cloud, it's really important to understand that there are a lot of changes that your organization has to embrace that happen in a hybrid cloud environment. One of the biggest challenges is security. Really? Why should we be moving our data into this public cloud when they use a totally different security architecture? How do we guarantee that it will comply with GDPR? How can we make sure that our data is going to be protected and shielded? This is stuff that your organization does need to look at, which is why it is so great to see IBM, Red Hat, and so many other organizations pushing more open source implementations across the market for these services, because it's so much easier when you feel that as long as I'm using these open source technologies, I have a lot of confidence that I'm not being locked in proprietarily and they can be found in all of these places that I interconnect. So that really does help get your customers to the next level and for your organization to see the greatest power to come from hybrid cloud. Now, the other thing that you have to be paying attention to, and why hybrid cloud has been driven by your business units for so much, is that we are seeing much faster feedback from customers who are saying that they want new capabilities, new functionality, and they want the applications and the interactions they have with your company to be much more responsive to their needs and much more understanding of what is changing in their lives and how you can actually accommodate the additional things they're looking for. And that is where hybrid can really help you, because making adjustments to your applications to be as responsive as possible to the feedback you're hearing from customers should not require you to completely rewrite or completely re-platform your applications. More effectively is to be able to do extensions to them. And if those extensions need to be in certain countries and they need to be tied into certain applications that your consumers are using, that is where hybrid cloud is so empowering to accomplish that. And when we talk about hybrid applications, we're not just talking about duplicating the applications so they run in different places. We're talking about extending the applications. And through these extensions, if you use APIs, if you use containers, and you use low-code and no-code services and capabilities, you can do enhancements in various countries and for various audiences where you do not break the core applications in making those transitions. And this is critical for customer experience, because when you hear feedback from customers, such as millennials, and something that they want, you do want to address what they're looking for, but that may not be something that all the rest of your customers want. And so how do I achieve the needs of these smaller subsegments of customers, especially if I know that over time more customers will actually want that? That is where hybrid cloud really does empower you to achieve these objectives. And in the industry, we have done some survey analysis with a whole bunch of customers about how are they using their Z-Series implementations for this hybrid cloud initiative going forward. As you can see in this example here, banks and insurance companies, which is the other one that I'm going to share with you, these are organizations who have a significant footprint of mainframes. And oftentimes, their developers who have wanted to go down the cloud path have said, well, let's just walk away from the mainframe. But they have come to realize, no. There's way more security, there's way more protection, there's much greater storage capacity. Let's keep going and stay connected to these applications, these capabilities, but let's build out these new enhancements and services and capabilities to achieve that. And wouldn't it be great if from System Z over, we could have really good security architectures that support these kinds of hybrid applications and empower these new models? And that is very much what we're seeing. And as they recognize that this is possible, that is what helps them feel more loyal to the values they have achieved for years with their implementations of Z. And to wrap things up, how do you best master your hybrid cloud strategy? The main points, I'm going to list them all out here, is that you need to understand that as you go down the hybrid path, don't just do it because you think you should have a hybrid strategy. Build out plans and strategies that are aligned to what your business units have identified are needs of the customers, and how you can accomplish these needs proactively, not by being a digital disruptive responder to competitors who have already broken your market, but what you're hearing from customers, how you can achieve it now, and even if you see that this is only applying to 15% of my customers, if you achieve it correctively and the customers love it, they're going to tell their peers, and now that 15% market is going to grow to 20 to 50 to all of your customers over time. And that's why you do want to make the right kinds of investments in these areas. And you want to focus as much as you can on automation, because you want to not have things respond to the application slowly, because your customers are looking for insights as quickly as they can get them. And when they're on their mobile application and the mobile app recognizes where you are, what you're trying to do, and how you can be empowered, then you want to keep using that app. When it doesn't, that's when you want to walk away from it. Really important to think about that and how it plays out.